Have you ever stopped in the middle of something and asked yourself, why did I just do that? You argued with someone you love, even though you promised yourself you wouldn't. You picked up your phone for the 100th time today, without even realizing it. You made a choice that felt like it wasn't yours. What if I told you that most of what you do isn't a conscious decision at all? It's programmed, it's predictable, and it's often invisible. You're not alone. We like to believe we're in control of our actions, that we think, then act. But in truth, much of what drives us lies beneath the surface, hidden in our biology, our past, our habits, and even in the people around us. In this video, we'll explore the science and psychology of human behavior, why we do what we do, and how we can break free from the patterns that silently shape our lives. Let's begin. Human behavior has ancient roots. Our brains are designed, first and foremost, to help us survive, not to help us be happy, kind, or rational. This is why fear is such a powerful motivator. Imagine you're walking in a jungle thousands of years ago. A sound behind you could be the wind, ... or a predator. Your brain doesn't wait to be sure. It reacts instantly. Run, freeze, hide. That same fight or flight response still lives in us. Except now, the predators are deadlines, traffic, financial stress, or social rejection. We yell during arguments. We avoid risks. We procrastinate. Not because we're lazy or broken, but because our brain is trying to keep us safe. Our modern world has changed, but our ancient wiring hasn't. The second reason we do what we do is conditioning. The patterns we've learned over time. From childhood, our brains are trained. If crying brought attention, we learned to cry more. If speaking up got us punished, we learned to stay silent. Every behavior you repeat has a reason. It was rewarded in the past, or it helped you avoid pain. This is known as classical conditioning, just like Pavlov's dogs salivated when they heard a bell, because they associated it with food. We learn to associate certain actions with outcomes. Even now, when we reach for junk food when stressed, or scroll endlessly through our phones, it's not random. It's a conditioned escape from discomfort. Understanding this gives us power, because if we were trained, we can be retrained. Humans are social creatures. Our survival used to depend on the tribe, so fitting in became crucial. This is why social pressure affects us more than we realize. We follow trends. We buy what others buy. We stay silent in groups, even when we disagree. We pretend to be someone else, just to be accepted. This is called conformity, and experiments, like the Ashline test, prove it. In that study, people gave obviously wrong answers just because the rest of the group did. Their desire to not stand out was stronger than their logic. Even now, we make choices, clothes, careers, opinions, not based on what we want, but based on what the world around us expects. This behavior keeps us socially safe, but it can also keep us stuck. We like to think we're logical, that we weigh pros and cons and act rationally. But neuroscience says otherwise. Most decisions are made emotionally first, then justified logically later. Our limbic system, the emotional center of the brain, activates before the thinking part even kicks in. Ever bought something expensive because it felt right? Ever lashed out, then said, "I didn't mean to"? That's because feelings drive actions, and at the heart of it is dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. It motivates you to repeat actions that bring pleasure or relief. Scrolling your phone, binge eating, gambling, even falling in love. all give dopamine hits, which is why we chase them again and again. Understanding this lets us build better habits, because we now know how to trick the brain into new rewards. Here's something wild. Up to 95% of your behavior happens without conscious thought. That's your subconscious mind, a hidden powerhouse of memory, emotion, and routine. It controls how you walk, talk, breathe, react. It drives habits, fears, beliefs, all quietly in the background. You don't decide to get nervous before a speech. Your subconscious pulls out an old memory. Being judged equals danger. This hidden programming starts early in life, and unless we examine it, it keeps repeating. This is why therapy, journaling, and reflection are so powerful. They help bring the unconscious into the conscious. Because once you see a pattern, you can change it. Another force that shapes our actions is identity, how we see ourselves. If you believe I'm lazy, you'll act lazy. If you believe I'm not lovable, you'll push people away. This isn't magic. It's psychology. Your brain constantly works to stay consistent with your identity. It resists anything that doesn't fit your internal self-image. Want to change your behavior? Start by changing how you talk to yourself. Not with fake positivity, but with identity shifts. Instead of, I want to read more, say, I'm the kind of person who loves learning. That one shift changes how you show up. We've learned that behavior is shaped by survival instincts, childhood patterns, social pressure, emotions, subconscious programming, and identity. That sounds like a lot, but here's the key insight. You are not broken. You are programmed, and all programming can be rewritten with awareness, patience, and intention. The moment you stop and ask yourself, why am I doing this? You break the automatic loop. You create space for a new choice. And in that space is freedom. Now that you know why you do what you do, the real question is, what will you do about it? Will you keep reacting, or will you start reflecting? Will you stay on autopilot, or take the wheel of your mind? Let this be your first step toward understanding yourself and unlocking the potential that's been hidden behind old patterns. If this video opens something in your mind, like, subscribe, and join me on this journey of self-discovery. We're just getting started.